Today I'm going to be talking about why I do not think these are good redesigns for the Galaxy Girls. Now I'm aware that Sylv already made a video about the redesigns a while back, and to that I say, I wanted to make one too. Also, my video will be very different compared to hers. Her video was actually more of a fair review with a rating system. We'll only be focusing on the bad parts of the designs and hurling various jokes toward them. Now let me first make something clear. This is not an attack on Lauren Faust or anybody involved in the redesigns. And if you like the redesigns, then that's fine. You may not have functioning eyes, but everybody is entitled to their own opinion. This is just an exaggerated version of mine.
Here we go! Number 10. Try this question on for size.
Which girl you know has giant dead bug eyes and a really tiny mouth? What the fuck is this? The most off-putting part of this is her face. That 1,000-yard stare is extremely disturbing. And it never changes throughout every single one of the drawings. Like, I know she had the least personality out of all of them, but at least she looked happy. This just looks forced. She doesn't look like she wants to live anymore. I miss when her hair was all imperfect and asymmetrical, because it was easier to draw and was more forgiving, rather than whatever this is supposed to be. Now everything is all perfect and smooth. Like, come on, it's gonna be like playing Kaizo Sonic and trying to draw it. Also, that hair is a serious case of helmet syndrome. Her hair doesn't look like it's part of her head anymore, and I don't like how I can see all the way around her head either. That doesn't make any sense in 3D, like, how would this work? Would it just be like a really weird long mohawk thing? This is why you shouldn't oversimplify shapes. It just ends up falling apart and looks soulless. Also, she looks suspiciously a lot like Andromeda. Is this version of Milky Way just Andromeda cosplaying as her?
Back at it again at Krispy Kreme.
When the day is done, when the race is won, my life has only just begun. When you're next to me, so much more I can see. There's nowhere that I'd rather be. When I'm away from you, and there's nothing I can do. Do you think the same things too? Time has come, I don't want you to run. You know that you're the only one. All I need is you, for always and forever. All you need is me, remember when I say, all we need is love, for us to be together. 'Cause you're my number one. All I need is you, for always and forever. All you need.
What's this poking out of your shorts? Don't touch it!
The one thing that really ticks me off about this design is her outfit. Now, a lot of people have said this already, but it just does not look good at all. It doesn't really have any personality. It just looks like a basic boring uniform. And the colors are really bad too. There's way too much purple on this outfit. There should be some other color on her outfit. It would be fine if all they brought back was just her jacket, because then there would be at least some color variety, and she would still feel like the same character. I also hate this outfit, because there is some serious missed potential here. There's so much they could have done with her new outfit, with her tacky fashion sense. Also, the general shapes on the design are too round, and end up making her look more like a shy character. The sharper shapes, mainly in her hair and jacket, highlighted her personality more. Also, I find it extremely funny how a character with a bigger body type has a symbol that looks like those big metal domes they put on food.
Who lives in a bunk in a dormitory? Disgusting and green and sticky as he.
Okay, so not much changed here, but what did is absolutely dog shit. I don't like the way she's standing here. And why does she look stoned as fuck? Like, I know her eyes looked similar before, but they look atrocious here. and without that slight edge the original design had. All of these changes made to her outfit make her look more like a stereotypical drug-abusing hippie rather than an actually well-balanced design. The pattern on her dress looks like my lunch after it comes out the wrong hole. And why did they have to remove her bindi? It literally represented the big red spot on the actual planet. They pulled down the bandana over it for some reason, and as a result, she looks like a pirate. Her design just looks off and less complete without her. Also, she has an Among Us on her dress for some reason, so minus 10,000 social credit.
It fucking sucks, dude. It fucking sucks.
This design physically hurts to look at. There's just so many things wrong with it. Her hair doesn't have the self-cut vibe to it anymore. Instead of all soft and shit, which does not match her as a character, and that symbol makes me gag. Like, what is it supposed to be? An alien skull hybrid thingy? It just doesn't look like a skull anymore. Where's the teeth? Also, I don't like how she has a symbol on her dress. It just looks so wrong. The original design was all sharp and scary, which perfectly matched her as a character. Now, she just looks all soft and babyish. This thing is scary, but not like the original Pluto. This is scary in all the wrong ways. This version of Pluto doesn't make my ears bleed. She makes my eyes bleed.
Yeah, but what kind of animal makes that sound?
Choo-choo Charles!
This is one of my least favorite redesigns. Her having this dirty mop on her head makes her feel much less dynamic. I have an intense urge to cut it off. Her hair is just this mop with a bunch of leaves. And her not having grip on her shoes anymore doesn't make any sense. Also, I don't like her face. Like, what's with that weird eye slant? She doesn't look fierce anymore, she looks stupid. I don't like those weird Lululemon legging things she's wearing either. And I don't like her weird body type. It makes her look like a hot dog. This entire design is
Piece of fucking shit!
Hey, Danny, I got the fucker's head!
I don't like this at all. She doesn't even look like she could be a Milky Way character anymore. She's completely unrecognizable. Literally everything changed and not for the better. They gave her sleeves, jacked up her hair, and got rid of her glasses. Why did they remove her glasses? She's literally a beach character, she needs glasses. She looks very punchable too. I hate her face. I wanna fucking smack her across the face. Why does she have two different eye colors? Doesn't make any sense. This is extremely inconsistent. What the hell happened here?
Okay.
Do not redeem! Do not redeem! Do not redeem the card!
What?
Do not redeem the cards!
Yes, I'm
Do not
redeeming the
redeem
card.
the
I'm
card.
redeeming the cards. Okay.
Oh no! What did they do to Uranus? I don't like how they made her sleeves shorter, and they ruined her hair by making it all flat like Milky's hair. And they made her look like a stereotype now. Like, you know that one stereotype of Asians being smart? Yeah, that's what she looks like now. I know that's not what they intended, but still. Those eyes. I find it funny how nobody involved with the redesigns noticed this. Overall, she looks less determined to learn. And she suffers the same problem that Neptune has, me wanting to smack her across the face.
Ugh! I'm so infuriated right now. This is a complete turn-off. It's incredibly misleading.
She looks like a normal child dipped in white paint. This is the worst case of oversimplification I think I've ever seen. She went from having one of the best designs to one of the worst. Like, she literally looked so beautiful before. Now she just looks like a middle schooler. They replaced her wonderful flowy dress with a generic white theme. I just like her new hair. And they didn't even try with those shoes, man. Like, what the heck? I mean, it's all the different colors in her hair had. They represented all the different phases of the moon. Everything on her is just one color now, and it just looks boring. She just doesn't look like she will be a poet anymore, and she doesn't represent the actual moon well either. And why did they forget to color in her finger? Like, come on, she's looking at it. She's distraught. How could you do this to her?
The overall art style used in all of these is too reminiscent of My Little Pony in my opinion. It's bad enough having to deal with people constantly comparing it to MLP just because it's made by the same person. Now to deal with it having the exact same art style. Another thing I hate about it is how they all look like little kids. I know they're technically already kids because like they're teenagers, but here they look way younger than they actually are. They're all really short and they have very tiny mouths, and the round shapes don't do them any favors. Also, you may have noticed the absence of the Sun and Saturn in this video, but that's because they have actually good designs that don't trigger my stomach acids. Now in this next section, I'm going to go over various aspects of the redesigned style that I just don't like. The diverse bodies thing is actually a pretty good idea, as it would help each of the Galaxy Girls stand out more. But the problem is that most of them just aren't drawn correctly. They all look weird and the anatomy is very inconsistent. Like some of them have hips and some of them don't. It's very weird. I don't like it. I know they're like different body types and all, but they should at least have the same general anatomy, but with like different weights and stuff. Now here's a fun fact about the diverse body types. Apparently, it seems like Lauren wanted to do the diverse body types all the way back in 2008, but just couldn't figure out how to draw them correctly. I found this out when I was scrolling through her DeviantArt posts, and I found some comments about it. It's a very interesting read. Another thing I don't like is about how overly small the feet are. I think the reason why they look like this is because Lauren wanted them to be less comparable to Bratz. Because apparently, according to her, people kept saying that they looked like Bratz. I think the way Lauren tried to avoid those Bratz comparisons was to make the roller skates literally microscopic. The main problem with this is that the giant clunky skates were a huge part of the Galaxy Girls' core identity. And seeing them all downgraded to these tiny nubs just makes me sad. What makes it even worse is that they were never even truly intended to be roller skates, as seen in this old picture of the redesign. She has these weird looking rocket shoes that I'm not a fan of. The big goofy roller skates were a great part of the Galaxy Girl's visual identity, but the constant comparisons to something she dislikes probably led her to feel compelled to fix them, which ended up costing her work identity. Overall, I think the redesigns would need some adjustments. While the body diversity idea is good, the design appearances themselves seem a bit off for most. It's as if Lauren and Joanna decided to add in things that don't really seem all that creative for the characters themselves. They particularly did a really mediocre at best job with it. Now a lot of people think that these designs are for a new pitch. I don't really think that's true. It's more likely that these were just for a design exercise or something. Because if these were for a new pitch, then I'm sure Faust would have put more effort into them. I feel like they look like this because she's realized the unfortunate reality that the Galaxy Girls will probably never truly amount to anything. They don't have that same feeling of, I want to be something, that the old designs had. And as a result, they look boring and sad. In conclusion, these redesigns are the worst thing that ever happened, and they should not exist at all. Special thanks to my best friend MWGG for narrating the Pluto and Moon sections. I will most likely not do another video like this with my voice in it, because I just do not like the way it sounds. People always say I sound 15 or 16, and I'm not. I'm only 13. And it appears that I just cannot say certain things correctly, no matter how hard I try.